riffing if the
No, what Adam wants to do is he wants to take a stand-up bit that I used to do and then do it on the show as if it's something we all came up with.
No, it wasn't the bit. It was the extension of the bit, which was
the extension.
The
A tag.
We were riffing earlier
You added
today.
one tag to a bit that
It wasn't
existed.
a tag. It was like, well, what if
This
the
is
blue collar comedy tour all converted to Islam?
This is you know who does that? The fucking
good.
white men that stole every invention from black people.
That's right.
That's what they did. You ever see those like they go around on Black History Months? They're like, oh, so there's no black inventors, you say? And then there's
What
a
about
list
the peanut?
There's well, like peanut. Combs is on there and like shoes. And it's
The
like
traffic
stoplight.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
well, the truth is, no one person really invented anything. We just like credit one person,
Right,
with
for
a
putting
thing.
it all together.
Yeah,
That's how I feel
it
about
was like light
jokes.
bulbs. There was like multiple designs for light bulbs.
Yeah.
Like Alexander Graham Bell didn't even invent the telephone. There was an Italian guy that came up
Really?
with it at the same time. Yeah,
Who?
Fuckliani, Telefonici.
I don't know, some
Enrico
wop piece of
Fermi?
shit. It was trying to just call up women.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
bitch.
I need to get the call.
Yeah,
Like,
please. I cannot use a handicapped Italian guy. He's like, how can I do a rape on the streets? They need to make a way for me to do it to the houses. Hello, sexy ladies.
really?
Yeah, nobody
Wow.
really invented anything.
Hmm.
You know, that's like everything's a collaborative. Like literally everything.
What about
is a
Tesla?
That's why we shouldn't have patents or copyrights or anything like that, because like people create things better if you don't have to worry about like being sued for adding to somebody's idea.
Then who gets the skrill
What are you talking
for
about?
when something is created? Who gets the cashola?
Nobody.
Okay.
That's the trade-off.
Okay.
Is
No
that
one
you
gets
don't
any
get
money.
to make money off.
So you
ideas.
want
The
to
guy that
a
invented
utility
penicillin
a
didn't
utopian
take.
society.
The guy who invented penicillin said, "I make enough money as a research doctor."
Yeah.
and he like didn't take a patent on it.
Yeah, it's like I think about like
That's
joke
good.
theft or
Cool for
whatever,
him.
and if I didn't have to like worry about making money off jokes, I wouldn't care about joke theft. And
Right.
the more successful I got in comedy, the less I gave a shit.
That's
like,
absolutely true.
if somebody
yeah,
steals
yeah.
something now, it's like I
It's
don't.
like whatever. I'll write something else.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's also like if you're stealing if you're stealing jokes, like how good are you
Right.
at comedy? You know
Well,
what I mean?
but if
Mhm.
if you
You know,
let's
you'd have
say
to be a real pathetic,
if you're
not
stealing
good at comic.
if you steal a joke and then you add something else to it, ultimately collectively we end up with a better joke, right?
For example, like what if the blue collar comedy?
Right,
tour-
exactly. Which, but hold on, that was part of the joke that I originally
Was
did.
it?
Yes. So you didn't add anything to the joke.
When did you do that as part of the joke?
Years ago, way before you did it. You know when I did it?
I don't think it was.
February. Black History Month. is when it
Oh,
happened.
He's
wow.
making this up, audience. Just so
February
You know.
11th, my birthday.
No, I was defending Adam's behavior. I knew what I was doing.
It was a hot riff. It wasn't really.
So why don't you do it? Go ahead, Adam.
What were we saying? Oh, like a catchphrase comic who just kept saying.
No, that's not where it
"Inshallah."
starts.
No.
I was saying there's no reason there's never any ISIS attacks in the South. You know, it's like just New York or Boston or whatever.
This is your joke.
Yeah, Islamic terror. Because like you don't want the South converting to Islam, because the worst thing that could happen to the world would be white Islam.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then like just to imagine how terrible a bunch of conservative Islamic rednecks would be. And then we were doing, you know, Larry the Cable Guy,
Sure.
but he's Larry bin Al Cable. You know, I don't care who you are. That's funny. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Get her shallah.
Get her shot.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
yeah,
can't wait
guess
till
it was-
Adam does it on
was
stage.
worth it for you to make me do that bit that I stopped doing because it never got a laugh on the show.
If you do an honor killing
Right.
of a guy who fucked your daughter,
If you throw a rock through your daughter's brain because she got raped before marriage, you might be a redneck.
That is really good.
yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, Jafar Foxwahir.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. You think Jafar knew he was a villain?
I think he
You
just
think-
thought he was gay.
From
You
Aladdin.
think he was a good guy? You like? Do villains know they're bad guys?
No, he was just Jewish.
No, he
Jafar
was.
wasn't Jewish.
He
was
just
gay.
thought he was Jewish.
He was
Jafar,
gay,
Jafar
yeah.
was gay, and because Islam is so oppressive, he couldn't be openly gay. So he had to make it seem like he really wanted to marry that princess.
Right.
You know, so
Someone
he's
does
like,
that as a bit about
So-
how all the villains.
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Adomian
Adomian.
does. Yeah. which
Wait,
is true. I
it's
mean,
true.
yeah.
you know, Ursula's
Ursula's-
just supposed to be divine.
A
That was like the main
giant
inspiration.
giant
Actually,
drag queen.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
supposed to be divine.
Yeah, divine for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you think Jafar wanted to fuck in Aladdin? Those burly guards? You think he was fucking those big
that
guards?
young.
No, Iago, obviously.
He wants to fuck his parent.
He wanted to put Iago's beak in his ass.
You don't know about.
Now talk, Iago.
That's
You're
what.
fucking my ass.
That's what gay guys do at those
Yeah,
bathhouses.
dude, they put birds.
put-
They
they
put
put birds
exotic
in there.
birds.
Is that how they
in their
clean their
They put
assholes out?
toucans and shit.
Is
in
that
their
why they have
asses.
different colored rings? Their bird the
Yeah,
the,
that's why they-
the beaks are actually
Exactly,
orange, but
exactly.
it's
That's
a
why
different
they-
color
they-
shit.
They call their assholes
Exactly.
Fruit Loops.
Oh wow!
It all
Holy
comes
shit.
full circle.
I'm learning a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About your culture,
Wait, what the hell?
gay
Yeah.
culture.
What
Is that
the
where
hell?
toucans come from? Is Greece? I know they have them in Belize. They
We don't
love
have
them.
No,
toucans.
like from the Amazon. I thought.
Oh, I know they have them in Belize, but I now that I know that they're gay, I was just
You assume they're
They're
indigenous to Greece.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just flamingos and toucans
Yeah.
and what are other gay ass
Well, that's what
animals?
your
Sloths are
gay grandfather
pretty
did with
gay.
all those birds.
Sloths are like like old gay guys.
Sort of. They're like why don't you just come fuck me? You know,
Yeah,
like those-
yeah.
I'm just going to lay down here. And you can just do whatever you want.
That guy, Jonathan the tortoise, that 200-year-old
Yeah, we talked
tortoise.
the guy.
Yeah.
we
You know that dude?
Yeah,
He's-
we talked about.
He's the
gay
gayest
turtle.
guy of all time.
Yeah, we talked about the gay turtle.
Yeah.
The
You
goat.
can say it's a tortoise, please.
Fuck you. I won't say he's a fucking tortoise. Fuck tortoises. It's a turtle.
What the
You don't
fuck is the
respect-
difference
you don't
between
respect
a
I don't
his
tortoise?
respect the
identity?
difference. No,
Nobody. That's one of those things I'm never gonna remember the difference.
tortoise turtle.
You don't know.
Turtles are amphibious.
No, because there's sea turtles and then there's sea tortoises.
Are there?
Yeah, it's some like
What's a
dumb-
tortoise?
Tortoises are land animals.
I don't know.
thought.
It's some like it's like the shape.
Who
of
gives
the
a
shell.
fucking
yeah, nobody
shit?
cares. It's like
They're the
alligators
same.
and crocodiles.
Some people do care.
Alligators aren't. Alligators and crocodiles are basically the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no reason. First of all,
Who
all
gives
of
a
these
fuck?
distinctions are cooked up by scientists so they can keep their jobs.
So true.
Why don't
Yep.
you ask a regular person what's the difference between a tortoise and a turtle, and they say, "Who gives a shit?"
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Now, so why differentiate between?
What
the
about
two?
a rabbit and a hare?
For the sake of mascots? Is that why we're doing
I
it?
think maybe yeah.
Yeah.
Maryland had the
crocodile
the
and
diamondback
alligator?
They're
turtle.
the terrapins.
The
What's
The
the fuck is a
terrapin, terps. Yeah, well, yeah, Mr. Turtles. What the fuck is a terrapin then, bitch?
I don't know. It's your fucking state. Maybe you should know.
No.
Was it like Oregon? It just uses like Donald Duck. Is there?
As for the
They
Oregon
did for a
Ducks.
while, but I don't think they used. They used like a semi bootleg Donald Duck. It looked pretty cool. He was
I mean,
like,
It was sick, dude.
It looks
they
like
have the
they're just-
sickest uniforms.
He's angry.
stealing from Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Like they're allowed to.
well, Disney shares your opinions on intellectual property, so
no, they don't.
No, I know it was a bit.
No, it
bitch.
wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. And I'm
Yeah,
not a bitch.
I was being sarcastic, and you are a bitch.
No, I'm not.
You're
a
actually a
bitch.
double bitch. I just forgot.
Actually, you're being
Mr.
sarcastic.
Double Bitch.
You're being
Mr.
sarcastic right
Mullen.
now while you're.
Nope,
calling me a
this is
bitch,
being
so-
serious.
No, you're sarcastically calling me a bitch just because I'm not a bitch.
No,
You just said I'm sarcastic all the time. Does
Well,
I didn't say that.
I think
Yes,
I'm
you
the
did.
third person in the room. I should be able to
No.
decide.
I think
Shut
you
up.
should shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah, shut
I
up,
got-
bitch.
Yeah.
You know what we
okay.
can
That was
agree
real.
on?
That one was real.
yeah.
No,
Finally, some common
you
ground.
sarcastically just told me to shut the fuck up.
Shut up, bitch.
That
That
one
was real.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was doing it. I was doing sarcasm.
I gotta say, by the way, I just got back. I'm fresh off the mega bus. Shouts out to all the cum boys that came to Boston. Shouts out to the South Shore boys. Great fucking show, a little House of Blues up there. Yep. Yep. I was The Departed. I was undercover. I'm shipping off the bastard. And I fucked my therapist. And then Mark Wahlberg was the only one that lived.
Do you want to hear my version of that
Mark
song?
Wahlberg's like, you could do whatever you want with my character, but he never gets beaten up or killed. I don't care what
He
you
always
do.
wins every fight.
He wins every fight, especially with black guys. I'm not playing that shit. I got The Rock now.
Do whatever you want.
I heard Mark Wahlberg. You know, he's probably gonna assault. You think something's gonna come out with Mark as
No.
an assault guy?
No.
No.
Not at all. Because he
Nick
already
couldn't
committed.
handle it.
He
Nick
already
really for Nick's
Of course
sake.
not. First of all, just don't even. you know.
Nick could not handle that.
That was the most fucking
That would
reflexive
make it-
no I've ever heard in my life. No.
Of course not. I mean,
Nick would
Doug,
like stop replying to texts, and then we gotta go over. We gotta make sure he's okay. Like you've literally been in bed for 7 days. The curtains drawn. Nothing matters anymore. Mark, you fucking liar.
Well, I heard actually he fucked the eye socket of the Vietnamese guy.
yeah.
whose
Well,
eye he
that's
knocked
why
out
nothing's
of.
gonna happen is because he's on record as having committed a racial
Hate
hate
crime.
crime.
right.
And then it's just sort of like casually talking about it on Inside the Actor's Studio.
Yeah. It's
So
wild.
yeah, so he's not a guy you have to worry about. And speaking of, how fucking stupid is Morgan Spurlock?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
He did that challenge, that movie where he has to rape someone every day for 30 days.
Yeah.
I went straight to McDonald's
he's
when I
like,
found
me
out.
and my
Super-
girlfriend have been having consensual sex for years, but I thought, what would happen if I raped her for 30 days? Would she stop being vegan? There's only one way to find out. Supersize me. I mean, my dick. Get my dick really hard by screaming no at me in your wispy vegan voice.
Oh fuck, Morg. So what did he do? He put out a.
He just wrote a thing. It was like just to nip it in the bud.
He did rape. He said he raped.
I didn't read it.
Well,
I just
he
saw a
did. He
headline.
said he raped, and I'm sure women went to the police and they were like, I was raped by a man named Morgan Spurlock. They're like, okay, this is another schizophrenic person
Yeah.
that thinks Colonel
A
Mustard,
wizard
thinks
fucked her.
Colonel
Yeah,
Mustard
yeah.
raped him.
Yeah. How isn't Morgan Spurlock some fucking bootleg ass wizard's name, dude?
That's right. Get him.
Yeah, fucking bitch.
It
What you
sounds
got?
like
What you got? A little pointy hat with fucking moons and stars on that bitch, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Huh?
a guy
You're
from,
wearing
like,
flowy ass tunics,
My man
bitch.
hanging out with Harry Potter.
Yeah, more like
Yeah.
hairy penis.
Harry. Yeah.
My man's got a hairy ass penis.
Mhm.
Ragao, rack 'em.
Potter,
Mr. Popo.
why don't you supersize me, Mr. Potter? Great bit. Great rip.
Nice, nice.
Make us
Yeah.
drive through us.
Fucking, here's an owl for you, and then it drops the scroll and it says you're gay. How about that, Morgan Spurlock?
Yeah. Well, that's what those books are about. It's
How about this?
You know, not wizards, like the wizard kids they're queers.
Oh, they're the gay guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and so
Well,
wizards.
the first book
So how-
starts off with Harry Potter literally living in a closet, right?
Whoa, fuck, under the stairs.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the books end with Dumbledore being gay. 'Cause
That's right.
It took forever for people to realize that it's about being gay.
Yeah,
so.
he sucks off Voldemort. That's how he beats him, I think.
Yeah.
What about one of those
Dumbledore
brooms?
doesn't beat Voldemort.
What about the snitch flying into someone's ass? Did that ever happen during
Yeah,
Quidditch?
What is a snitch?
It's a little
That's
golden
the-
ball.
I never read any of those books.
To win the Quidditch game, you need to
You had to catch
get
the.
the snitch.
It's a magical golden ball with
wings.
With wings,
Yeah.
and theoretically, it could fly into someone's ass.
Oh.
And then
Could.
does that count as catching? And do you win?
Technically, you've caught it.
So you won.
Catching the snitch is like catching the bug, you know?
That's right.
Yeah. You know about Yali Gresh, the Turkish national sport?
Is that the wrestling,
No.
like the oil wrestling thing?
It's oil wrestling where you win by shoving your hand all the way down your opponent's pants.
Oh, what? Front or back?
Those are the rules.
The only rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can win by pinning also, but like the badass way to win is you
Grab
shove.
his cock.
They actually have a rope that runs like along the inseam so that you have something to grab onto, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so you can accidentally grab their dick. It's like cooked up by some closeted fucking Turkish guy like 6,000 years ago.
right.
He's like, oh, it's a game. It's a game we play. There's points, so we're allowed to do it. You're not allowed to cut my head off.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, their national sport is smear the queer.
Whoa, dude.
I saw this video of
two guys
they
kissing.
do
Damn.
team MMA in Russia.
Oh, I saw
So
that
it's
video.
like 5 dudes against
yeah,
5
yeah,
dudes.
yeah. And then once one guy gets knocked out, you can go 2-on-1.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal,
And it just becomes
dude.
like 5 guys beating the shit out of.
It's a real
2 guys.
Yeah,
You ever
it's
see?
fucked up.
You ever see chess boxing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, all right.
I've seen it.
As long as you've seen it,
I have.
no reason to talk about it further.
Do you
What
remember
else?
Slap boxing.
What other
from,
Harry
like,
Potter
middle
stuff is
school?
there?
What other Harry Potter stuff is there?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, what he
feel like
had,
we were
he
talking
had a
about
fucking
something.
girlfriend, didn't he? She was.
She was Chinese. He had a Chinese girlfriend
He
at
had a
one
Chinese
Cho
girlfriend.
Chang.
He went Chinese to redhead.
Damn.
To his
And I think
boy's
that's the
younger
only-
sister.
Sideways us pusses.
That's the only.
That's how he manifested it. Mr. Potter, are you creating Asian women to fetishize in the magic room?
Damn, dude. Everyone in the Harry Potter universe must have had a big ass dick because you just do a spell
Yep, that's
to make
right.
your dick big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big problem they had.
And you get your titties plump. Everyone's hard. Everyone's got juicy pussies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit. Like, why were there ugly people in the wizarding world, man?
I love that. This is the premise. If women had magic, they would be like, I wish I had a juicier pussy. Big, fat,
Huge fat
just
titties.
looking like the lips of a racist cartoon. That's what I want.
Dude, you understand women so good, so you really know what makes them tick.
I mean, I'm not saying that's the first thing they do, but
Now, that's Adam being sarcastic.
Are you? Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That
Unlike
was a
Adam, who
sarcasm.
really does understand women
That's
right.
right.
so well.
Dude, yeah, I watched that Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember that. I remember that movie, dude.
Yeah.
When Mel Gibson doesn't fuck good, there's a scene where he's not fucking good because
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei's thoughts are in his head.
Yeah,
too
she's
much.
like, your dick's not. We talked about this on the.
Did we?
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's like, she's like, his dick's small. And he goes in the bathroom and he's like, ah!
Yeah,
And he, like,
yeah, yeah.
screams until his dick gets bigger.
yeah.
Which I think we've all tried.
Of course.
That
Of
does.
course.
Screaming into your dick like a microphone.
Yeah. No, what you do is you just leave that woman's apartment, you go on Reddit, and you find a new lifestyle.
That's right.
Where it's everyone's
You
fault
learn
to do
about
it.
it. Why it's not your fault your dick wasn't hard. It has nothing to do with your horrible diet and the way you don't take care of yourself at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I feel like we were getting into something before Harry Potter, but I forgot.
I don't think we've ever gotten into anything.
Yeah, that's not the point of this, whatever this is.
I've gotten into something, all right.
Yeah.
What's that? A pussy.
Your dad's pussy.
My father's pussy.
Your dad has a pussy.
Well, my dad prayed for a juicier pussy.
How in the movie where not twins, in the movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant, is it Junior?
Yes.
Jingle All the Way.
In Jingle All the Way, does he have a pussy in that movie?
No, he doesn't have a pussy.
Where does the baby come out of? His ass?
You
I
know,
think he-
I mean, please
he
tell me
shits
you
the
know it's
baby
not
out.
Jingle.
I know
All the
it's not Jingle
Oh,
All the
okay.
Way, man. Fuck. I know the plot of Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, at the end of Junior, he's on the toilet and he's just like,
Does he shit the baby out?
and then you hear this big plop, and then it's and he has to fish the baby out of the toilet. He's like, I just took a shit.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, thanks.
I just took a shit.
Right?
Do it again.
Oh, don't you dare. I'm making fun of you, and you're telling me to do it again?
That's sarcastic.
Neither of you are good at impressions.
No,
I'm
I do good
actually
ones.
I'm terrible at impressions.
You're not terrible.
No,
at
I
all.
am.
Stop
Nick.
fishing for
No,
compliments.
I'm not fishing for
Yeah, I
compliments.
hate when he does this
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
shit.
No, I am. I'm bad at them, but I mean,
It's like LeBron James.
I'm
I'm bad at basketball, guys.
Well, he's not.
I'm
that
not
good at
the
impressions.
exactly. I'm not the
Terrible.
fucking.
No, first of all, he's okay at impressions.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like a guy that's okay at pickup
Yeah.
basketball,
Yeah.
saying I'm not LeBron James, which
No, you're like maybe a college player.
Who gives a? This is
The
who
point
cares about
is,
this analogy?
I'm not gonna give you any more
my
fucking.
my point is I couldn't go on stage and be like an impressionist comic. I can approximate certain things, but you guys
yeah.
are dog shit at impressions.
That's fine.
That's not true.
I really can only do Mark Norman. That's the only one I can nail.
Stop does horny Goku really good.
Where do you go?
Oh, whoa. Bulma, can I see your pussy?
What if I was Mark Norman who knows what anime is?
That's good, dude.
That's
That is
really
really good.
yeah.
It's weird. Your voice, it is. You're right. There is something different between that and your other impressions.
right. Yeah, you gotta. He talks from the back of his throat. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got something for the back of your throat, pal.
Right. You know who says that? Trans people. Kidding.
Kidding.
That's a really good Normand.
That's
Thanks.
good.
Thanks, folks.
Let's call Joe List on the phone and see if he can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a fun
Be
game?
like,
I
hey,
love
it's
it.
your friend. Yeah.
I'm listening to it now. It doesn't sound right on the microphone.
on the headphones?
It doesn't. Kidding. Kitten, I've lost it. It's gone.
Yeah, you're
Well,
bad.
maybe it's harder if you're listening to it.
Maybe it's harder if somebody's listening to you cry. And by it, I mean, you know.
Have you guys ever seen me cry?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
No,
kidding me?
Stubbs heard me cry one time on the phone. You've never seen me
Yeah.
cry.
I've seen you cry every day before we do the podcast. You're like, okay, just 1 hour, Adam. You can get
no,
through it.
that's not true.
Every single time.
That's
cried
not
a lot
true.
during
They believe
that.
everything you say. Stop.
You cried a lot during
Can't lie to
the
them.
the Joyce saga. I remember that.
I cried on the phone to Stav
Yeah, that was.
and Brandon.
Yeah.
When that happened,
They were on their way to California.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think if I witnessed any of my friends crying, I blacked it out of my memory.
Yeah. Oh, that's too much for you for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, seeing your father cry has to be the most traumatic.
Never
thing
seen
ever.
that in my life.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God I never saw that.
We went to
Oh.
we went to
I would
my
have
we
even
went
less
to we
respect
went to my
for him.
grandpa's funeral and they buried him. And I got choked up a little bit, but no one was really like, other than my aunt, she was crying a lot.
Yeah.
Why?
And then we're driving away, and my dad's like, "Well, that's kind of depressing." and then my
Kind of.
and then my stepmom goes, "What?" And he's like, "My dad's dead." She's like, "Oh."
And wow, another extra piece of how Nick Moan was made.
That's another little piece
Little
of the
insight.
puzzle.
Yeah. My dad cried his dick off when his dad died. And
You saw it?
I
Well,
saw it.
apparently, my dad did cry a lot when the dog died. I wasn't
Oh,
there
wow.
for it. Yeah, but he was,
Interesting.
and he would cry when every once in a while the dog would run away, and like he's like,
What?
I said he's gone. You know, and
That's where your dad put all his emotions into that dog, probably.
I guess. Yeah.
What's
really
your
fr-
thing that's like that?
What
Like if something
Fast
happened?
and the
Paul
Furious.
Walker. Died.
Yeah, when Paul. Yeah,
Yeah.
once Paul was gone, it was actually Mark Wahlberg. If anything happens to Mark,
Yeah.
What's the last good cry you
I don't know,
had,
dude.
Saab?
I cried like dumb shit in movies.
You cried
Yeah.
from Fast and Furious. Stop. When's the last
I
time?
cried. I cried during Star Trek.
I cried during a commercial recently. I don't remember what it
Mhm.
was.
Which one?
I don't know. It was like something like a little baby and shit. I was just like so beautiful.
You know when I cried? When I watched the Kevin Durant MVP speech to his mom. I fucking lost it.
I had a real good cry where it was like I had a real tough time in college, and it was my mom's birthday, and then they started playing, and I had like like a huge panic attack, and I failed a class. I didn't turn in the final paper. I had an A in the class, and I just had a panic attack the night before, and I like had to just straight up. I reverted into a damn baby, and I had to
You
call
sure it
my
wasn't
mom.
a pancake attack? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there was
Cooked up a
syrup-
couple of flapjacks.
There was syrup lodged in my throat. I
His
couldn't
just room
breathe.
is like he's surrounded by silver dollar pancakes.
Yeah. That's
Just
how I
stacks
cope.
and
Yo,
stacks.
I love breakfast. I got a friend that's a real breakfast head. He's got pictures of breakfast all over his room. Wakes up in the morning, he's got a crepe station going right next to the bed.
Oh fuck yeah, that'd
But
be awesome.
stop.
Yeah.
But the breakfast. how
Anyway,
good.
yeah, and then once, and then I called my mom, and then in the car that day they just played "Hey Mama," that Kanye song,
Kanye song?
and I fucking lost it, dude.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That shit did make me sad when Kanye's mom died.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
just because of how upset he was.
yeah.
I
R.I.P.
don't give a shit about Kanye.
R.I.P.
West, but-
Donda, the Louis
She
Vuitton
died
mom,
getting
elective
plastic surgery.
elective illegal plastic surgery
Yeah.
from some guy in like Costa Rica or
So-
some shit.
She was
Yeah.
getting the Sosa skin whitening.
She was trying to get that pussy juice.
I was hoping that Caitlyn wouldn't have
The spells
didn't die.
didn't work.
yeah.
She went to England
Pussium
and-
plumpiosa.
Yeah. Make us lips us biggest. nice hole, Mr. Potter.
That fucking class, they're all
Yeah.
waving their wands and trying to make pussies out of thin air.
Yeah. Biggest pussiest. Harry Potter and the juicy ass pussy. Book number 8. This is where they use corrective rape to fix Dumbledore.
Yeah, they wouldn't have homosexuality in that world either, you know, if they can fix all their problems magically.
Yeah, the Church of Scientology uses corrective rape. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
Like they rape you to cure you of something?
Yeah, if you're gay, they'll rape you. They'll like make.
Is that John
I thought
Travolta's
it was like a big beard
idea?
operation where they're
Huh?
like hiding famous gay people in
Yeah.
Hollywood, like
For sure.
Will Smith and John Travolta.
You think
and
Will
Tom
Smith's
Cruise.
gay?
Yeah, they got dirt on
People
them.
think
They got dirt on
think
them,
he is.
saying that because when you join the Church of Scientology, they put you in a room and they're like, you need to just be vulnerable with us so that you can build trust with us. So tell us every fucked up thing you've ever
Right.
did,
Right.
and then
deep dark secret.
yeah, and then it's like then they like have just blackmail on you forever.
like
Damn.
recorded too and like videotaped.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would just lie.
Yeah, of
why
course.
why not fucking lie? And then you move up. You just come up with the worst thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I
Agreed.
cut off. I made fried calamari out of baby dicks in 1987. I murdered 37 infants to make fried calamari out of their cocks.
Ooh,
No,
fuck.
just the
if it tasted
foreskins.
like calamari, would you eat it, guys?
No.
Because that's my answer.
No.
too.
There's so much other food.
You know how much? You know how much time?
Because I agree.
You know how much time I have to spend with regular good calamari, convincing myself it's not severed
What?
foreskins.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, it's not severed foreskins. People think it's pig anus.
No, we've definitely talked about this before. They had a way, so they did an experiment where if you like cleaned out the pig's colon and chopped it up, it kind of looked like calamari and tasted the same.
I love that the only conversations Stav remembers on the show are the ones that are food prep.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I remember this for sure because I would eat pig asshole if
a
it tasted like
cupcake
calamari.
and a candy bar.
No problem. No problem
Fava
whatsoever.
beans.
I don't actually remember saying any of the stuff on the soundboard.
I don't
The
remember
best
those
was,
conversations.
triple,
Dude, I forget
Triple,
everything we say.
quadruple
Double
deck
decker
fucking
burgers.
burgers. 40 Jimmy
40
Dean
fucking
breakfast
Jimmy Dean
sandwiches.
breakfast sausages.
I do remember that because my dad used to get a box of
Say
40,
it, say it.
40 Jimmy Dean breakfast
Say
sandwiches. They were good, dude.
The frozen
you can,
joints?
they were frozen.
Yeah.
You can microwave them whole.
I straight up, I remember those. My mom used to get
Those
those,
were dank.
and then we had like a toaster oven. And
yeah, so
and
if
that
your dick
Keep
was
that shit
really
crispy,
big,
yeah.
you toast it.
yeah.
You take them apart.
Well, we didn't have a
Oh.
microwave. It was only the toaster oven. So you
Ooh,
open the
yes.
shit up and then boil
Yes,
it.
brother.
Man, perfect.
Unbelievable. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a real slutty
Those were a
breakfast this
real
morning.
treat.
Because I told you guys, I texted you guys this, but I was on the mega bus, and the guy's like, all right, I'm going to do a safety check, so I'm just going to pull over at this Burger King. It's not at a fucking rest stop. He pulls off the highway like 10 minutes, pulls into a little-ass parking lot. He's not doing any safety check, and then the driver's just calling every woman that works there love, and then I see the manager give him like a stack of money. And I think
he's like running drugs.
I think he's cutting a deal with them where he gets a percentage of because everyone bought something.
Oh, you
So-
think that he's trying to like?
I think so.
he
I
cut
think
a deal?
I think he's cutting a deal. So basically, I'm blaming him for starting my day with a double cheeseburger with onion rings
His
on
fault.
it.
Yeah, it's his fault.
It's his fault. That's what I had for breakfast. So I had a real slutty breakfast. Is
I
what I'm
had
saying.
2 McDonald's breakfast sandwiches last time I went to
Oh,
McDonald's.
dabaholics!
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got the sausage biscuit and
I don't think I'll ever eat a McDonald's again in my life.
What?
I won't
That's
do it.
wild,
Dude, Morgan Spurlock raped. You have to go back to McDonald's.
Yeah, as a
It's
show
his
of as a
fault.
show of
As a
support
show
for
of
Morgan
support.
Spurlock, we
Yeah.
should eat McDonald's.
No, as a show of opposition to Morgan
Oh,
Spurlock.
okay.
And his fucking,
I'm sorry. Yes, that's
and
what I
his
meant.
fucking bad mouthing of one of the world's greatest breakfast and lunch.
Here's the thing about
dinner
What if we
McDonald's.
find out he raped Wendy?
Of Wendy's fame.
Yeah,
that's
and people are like, he did it to save us
despicable.
from lunch, from deadly lunches.
I did take a pool though, a lift pool, with a woman that was working out at the Harvard gym this morning. So it's almost like I went to Harvard and worked out this morning.
Yeah. Wow, what a catch, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
A fitness thought that's also a Harvard genius.
that's right.
Can you imagine how badly that woman would ruin your life and self-esteem?
Oh yeah, no, that's what I need.
Yeah.
I need one of those. I want to be your little baby boy who she just tells me what to do and dresses me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna make a crib out of an old shopping cart.
No, I don't want to be
Yeah,
an
baby.
actual baby.
But you are an actual baby.
I know, but I don't want to be. I'm
Yeah.
trying to change. I'm really thinking about getting wigs and weaves and shit.
You should get a piece, dude.
I want a Yanni weave, dude. I want a fucking long black curly hair, just
You
fucking
would look so good.
shake my head side to side, eating ice cream cones and shit in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
springtime.
yeah.
How good would I look,
That'd
dude?
I
be
mean,
sick,
you would
like,
look
if-
terrible.
No, I would look incredible.
Yeah,
Wake
you would
people-
look like the stupidest motherfucker.
No, dude, that would be awesome.
No. If
You're
we
such a
people
hater.
We're like not trying to make it look like.
Yeah,
trick
if I
people.
admitted it,
If they
yeah.
weren't trying to trick people into
What's the
them
big
thinking
deal?
that they have hair, but instead they were like, no, I want to change.
Look at my weave.
Change my look every
Every
single
day, I want to be like a black woman.
I want to be able. Yeah, exactly.
That's my tribute to
Yeah,
black women.
exactly.
Is I want to wear weaves too.
Yeah.
That's the thing about black women is they're able to change their look every day.
and that's why they have
and
it the
not
best.
face any of the,
That's why they have the best life
Yeah.
out of any type of person in America.
the easiest kind of person to be.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's a
one
tribute.
of those disguised up black women.
Yep. Mhm.
The masters of disguise.
They are masked. That's yep. That movie with
Yeah,
yeah,
where
that
Dana
movie was
Carvey acted
actually
like a
about
black woman.
yeah. Man, Dana Carvey really thought he was getting that comeback. You weren't
did
getting
you
the
say
Austin
that it
Powers
was on
bounce back.
9/11 happened?
I read that online. That,
Yeah.
They
Oh,
shot
right.
the Turtle Club scene while the 9/11 terrorist attacks were going. So they had to have like a moment of silence while Dana Carvey, dressed as a turtle, acknowledged the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Who's due from a comeback from that class, dude?
Rob
Lovitz?
Schneider.
Schneider's done, dude.
Is he?
Dana Carvey's still doing stand-up.
So is Rob Schneider.
Is he?
Yeah, you know what's
Yeah.
funny is like if you count only the years that he was doing stand-up, I think I've been doing stand-up longer than Rob Schneider. Probably you guys too.
Yeah.
He did it for like 2 years and he
Yeah,
got
yeah.
SNL.
Yeah. a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
guys
that new
do
special was fucking. I don't know. I'll watch as much bad stand-up as I watch good stand-up,
Mhm.
and I'll put it on for a laugh at the beginning, and it was real bad.
I was
But
talking the other day.
salute to him. He's rich, and his daughter.
You know what looks bad is that new Jean-Claude Van Damme series.
What is it?
JCVD. It's like a comedy.
No, it's JVCJ or something.
What?
Yeah, he's Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Why?
I don't know. That's just what they called it.
That sucks.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What's it about? It's a
It's like
comedy.
a comedy.
It's like
It's
a self-aware type
sort
shit.
of self.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Everyone tries to do that. Remember, I think Joey Tribbiani.
I watched the new Louis
Tried
movie.
one.
Yeah.
Huh?
But
Dice
that's
too?
an actor named Matt LeBlanc.
Right, Matt LeBlanc.
Joey Tribbiani is a character from the show Friends. That's not
right.
Oh yeah.
that's not a real
Yeah.
person.
What?
Yeah, you're confusing a
He plays
fictional
an
character
actor-
being
he
spun
plays an
off
actor
into
in the show
its
Friends.
own
No, no,
show.
no.
Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc did do a show where he's got gray hair and he's a failed actor or some shit.
Yeah. Episodes.
Also,
That
Phoebe
show
did a show
sucks.
like that.
That show's
That show's
really
actually good.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
comeback. It's
The
You know,
comeback.
really good.
you know what's always weird about
Yeah.
Phoebe is that Lisa Kudrow also played
Mad About You.
yeah,
The waitress.
whatever that fucking bitch.
Ursula was actually-
Smelly cat.
And-
Ursula.
And that was her
That's right.
sister.
Yeah,
They
so
made it
same
her twin
universe.
sister.
Yep, same universe.
So Paul Reiser,
Yeah.
and what
Yep.
people don't know is Paul Reiser fucked Jennifer Aniston's character.
Another thing that
Yeah.
people don't realize is that the Friends universe was also in the Marvel universe.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now that Fox bought it,
And now that Fox bought it, they're gonna bring
do
back
a-
Friends.
they're gonna bring back Friends.
Uh-huh. In the new
Captain
Avengers.
America
yeah.
is gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Is gonna fuck Joey.
No, they're bringing Joey, Chandler. All
So wait,
them
how
boss.
much shit is Disney allowed to buy? They just bought everything, basically.
They just bought Rupert Murdoch's pants, basically. Someone called it his King Lear moment. That's a smart thing that
I don't
read.
get it. What happened in King Lear?
I don't know. Some old king.
Oh, I don't
his
know. I
life
brought it
sucks.
up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounded
I brought it
smart.
up so I could say it, but I guess if I had to remember what it was
never-
after I
No, I never.
reread the plot synopsis of King Lear, so I could pretend like I'm
hey,
pulling this information.
Hey,
out.
I got in front of you what you're saying right
No,
now.
you
by
didn't,
saying That
bitch.
is something that I read and sounded smart.
No, it isn't, bitch. What happened in
Yeah,
King Lear?
so you tried to Morgan Spurlock your humble brag.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
What is King Lear about?
It's about a guy whose like family is like destroying. He's about to die, and like there's a power struggle in his family for the crown. I
That's
believe.
interesting.
I haven't seen it.
That's Hamlet.
No, Hamlet's
No,
when-
Hamlet's about a guy who kills his uncle,
Yeah,
And
to
then,
fuck
he,
his
and then he kills
to
himself.
fuck his aunt or something.
and then his girlfriend goes nuts or something. Amber.
I
is
know what
just-
Macbeth is
Amber
about.
just shaking
I
her
actually
head
know
right
what
now.
Macbeth is about. It's about a guy whose wife makes him do some fucked up shit.
I like
Yeah.
Macbeth because
You know?
it's the shortest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the
Did you ever do
and
plays?
Othello.
Did you ever
Othello
do
is a
plays
black
in
guy
school?
gets tricked by a Jew. No. He's not.
yeah.
Iago's not a Jew.
Iago's
He gets tricked by
Iago's a Jew.
a parrot
Merchant of
into
You know who plays
Merchant of
Iago in
Venice is
a
the anti-Semitic
televised
one.
version of Othello? Bob Hoskins, who
Shouts out to Bobby Hotch.
it's our in memoriam moment.
Oh, I
for-
watched Mona Lisa.
Wait, he's
By
dead?
the way.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was sort of a romantic comedy.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a bouncer that falls in love with a prostitute.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
That's my future.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a damn bouncer.
You
But
do,
yeah, it's
you
so
do
funny
kinda
that-
have Bob Hoskins proportions.
Yeah, you sort of
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
If you lost a little bit of weight, you'd be barrel chested.
I'm
and-
Hoskins. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
Hoskins.
It's
I'm
so
Bobby
funny that
Hoskins.
somebody
He
would
was the
say,
toughest man.
If you
in
had, if you lost a little weight,
If you got it
Still-
together, you could look like Bob Hoskins.
Listen, he was like a tough guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me, bitch.
yeah, the only two options in life for him were to become that character actor or open a chain of buffet restaurants.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby Hoskins, House of
No, it'd just be
Porridge.
called Bob Hoskins. It'd be
Bob-
the British Bob Evans.
Oh, Bob Hoskins.
Yeah.
Is that the Canadian place?
No,
No,
Bob
that's-
Evans. You're
that's
thinking of Tim
Tim
Hortons.
Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Bob Evans is good.
I've
I
never
don't.
been
I'm
there.
on the fence about
I've
whether
never been to Bob Evans.
Evans or Bob's Big Boy is the better restaurant.
Never been to either one.
Bob's Big Boy is like
How
a
have you not
California
been?
thing.
Bob's Big Boy used to be in the Remember the Maryland House? I guess it's still there.
Off
It's not
the
still there.
95?
It's not there anymore.
No, they moved. You know what they did? They shut down the Maryland House and opened some new thing that's also called the Maryland House, like maybe an exit down.
Okay.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's not as good. 'Cause
Yes.
the Maryland House.
They have Roy Rogers
I'm
there
pretty
now.
sure they used to have Bob's Big Boy because I distinctly remember the statue, the Bob's
The
Big
fat
Boy.
I remember
statue.
one because it was in some movie or was it in The Simpsons? Wasn't there Bob's Big Boy?
No,
No, it
there's
was in
that-
a Tarantino
You're talking
movie.
about the Treehouse of Horror episodes where
Yes.
there's like the guy that holds the donut or
Right.
something. Or
Well, whatever it
comes
was,
to life.
I
yeah.
remember-
Wasn't it in a Tarantino movie? Wasn't it in like Reservoir
it
Dogs
doesn't
or
matter.
something?
The point is, I remember
Whatever.
seeing it as a fat child and being like, I want to go there.
I only know Bob's Big Boy from Interstate 95.
I was
From
never
driving
allowed
down.
to eat there.
I thought it was a California thing.
No, it's on. It's. I know they even have it in, at least in like Jersey or
Wait,
something.
so what does Bob
or-
Big's Boys have?
It's very similar to Bob Evans. It's
Oh.
like you know breakfast food, and then there's a buffet option, and
Okay,
Um,
I'm listening.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
On the way from Vegas to LA, there's in the middle of nowhere, California, there's a Greek diner that me and my family used to stop at all
Nice.
the time called the Mad Greek.
What are your guys' top buffets?
Buffets.
mean,
Well, I grew up in Vegas.
Chinese
that was
buffet.
buffet.
Of course,
Chinese
Chinese buffet
buffet is
number
number
one,
one, yeah.
for sure. Nondescript Chinese buffet, but fuck. I guess Sizzler. Do you guys ever fuck with Sizzler?
You know what actually be
There was a
probably
buffet-
probably pretty profitable is you do a barbecue buffet because you can't eat that much fucking meat. You know,
but barbecue's
It's-
expensive.
I don't know if
dude.
it'd be
it is
profitable.
expensive, but if you had a $15 cover to get into the barbecue buffet,
That's still not enough.
it would be.
If you go out for
It
barbecue,
would be because people would bring
now
their people would bring their kids.
it costs more than 15.
and a kid is not
Oh,
going to
there you
eat.
go.
I mean, I can eat a fucking pound of fatty brisket right
Easy.
now, any time of day.
Any money, dude. Easy
But
money right
put
there.
your money up.
Drop more meat than that, I couldn't do. You know, when you go like
Nah, dude, but I'll spend $20 easy at barbecue, easy, without even thinking about
Guys like Sav could offset those little kids.
it.
No
I would
problem.
fuck their shit up,
Yeah.
dude. I would fuck up the formula.
if we do an Austin show, which we should.
We should. We
Let's
need
do-
to. We need to get in the lab
I
and book
do
shit.
January or February.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We should drive down to Lockhart.
100%.
Go
We'll
to-
drive to Lockhart and
go
I'll
to
get
Smitty's.
rock hard.
Kreuz's.
Get it all. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Ooh, fatty brisket, dude.
Yeah.
Mm.
I got a fatty brisket for you, Adam.
And then we're gonna do a big show in Austin that'll sell out, and it'll be an hour of. So there's coleslaw, but then there's just cabbage and mayonnaise, which is a different thing.
Fuck both those
And
things,
it's
by
got-
the way. I know you're doing a bit, but I hate coleslaw and I hate cabbage and mayonnaise.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I like a coleslaw if it's more vinegary than mayonnaise.
No.
I was jokingly pointing out how bad the show has been in the last 10 minutes. And then you decided
think
to
it's
just
been bad.
continue to go on about
I think
food.
people like our organic.
All right, well, let's talk about the big stuff. Mario Batali had a rape room in his
Whoa!
in his
Whoa!
in his restaurant.
Bam!
Pink.
You know?
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Emerald Lagasse.
But bam!
Mm-hmm. Do you think Mario
I thought he
yelled
was
that
gay.
while raping?
Bam!
Yep.
I thought Batali was gay, but it just turns out he just
Mamma
wears
mia.
Crocs.
Yeah, he's a rapist.
Sorry for stepping on that bit.
It's fine. It wasn't that funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so used to you saying stuff that isn't funny that I was like, I don't know what's coming next, but I better say bam again.
Fine, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Well, no offense taken, I think.
Yeah. Hey, you're a good sport, man.
I know. I'm the best sport. I'm like the LeBron
Shut
James
up.
of being a sport.
Shut up. Don't give yourself
Um,
too much credit, man.
Shut up, stop. What is this? The thrust mat? Oh, this for your wheel?
Yeah, it's the power brick for the fucking $800 racing wheel that I'll probably never use again because it hurt my shoulder.
Nick injured
It's
himself
important
on
that you
a
had it,
video
though.
game.
No,
That
I
was a
injured
big-
myself at the gym and that exacerbated it.
Yeah,
But, you know, hey, you make money to spend money.
that's right. That's how you
gotta
how you
make
make
money.
it. You gotta
to
spend money to
You gotta
yeah.
buy low, sell even lower.
Yeah, right. You got to blow all your money.
Oh
That's how
yeah.
the-
Oh, I'm getting in the crypto game. I've been getting in crypto.
It's going to be so funny when you get fleeced.
I can't wait.
After your
yeah.
bullshit fucking confidence, your hipster confidence about how stupid cryptocurrency is.
Oh, it's incredibly hipster. I'm the fucking Arcade Fire has a coin out now.
Do they actually?
No, I'm saying there's a lot of people that criticize cryptocurrencies because it's fashionable to do so, but there's plenty of arguments against. Like, there's plenty of reasons why Bitcoin is a stupid thing to invest in. The one that isn't.
Well, right now it is, right?
Well, I mean, you can't.
It's way too high to invest in if you don't have a lot of money.
It could continue.
If you have millions of dollars, then it would make sense.
I mean, it's a volatile market, and there's not like a proper way to time it or whatever. So, I mean, like, just thinking that, you know, the reason you didn't like Bitcoin isn't because of the where it was valued. Or
because I didn't understand it.
Right. It was.
And right now, I still don't understand it. But
yeah.
But I do.
Eldest keeps buying. No joke. Eldest does keep buying cryptocurrency.
But what, like Ethereum or?
Yeah, Ethereum and some other Litecoin.
Litecoin went way up. You know? I mean, I acknowledge that, like, all of them are just, it's like a stupid way to make a speculative investment that might have, like, a high return because they're all, like, volatile investments. And you don't have to go through, like, a brokerage firm like you would with, like, traditional securities or whatever. But it is just gambling.
Nice.
You know?
So we should just go to a casino.
Right, exactly.
I hate gambling.
Ooh, you know what? Casinos, to answer that other question, the buffet at...
I was about to say before.
The buffet at...
that Oklahoma shit.
No, that one sucked.
That was
dude.
the worst.
That was the worst food I've ever seen in my life.
That was such fucking.
It
bad.
was
You're talking about a
unbelievable.
casino where there's a show.
Yeah, there's a Siloam Springs in Oklahoma.
The Cherokee Nation.
Yes.
Casino.
The food was like.
First of all, great club.
Great show.
Club.
It was a great
It's
show.
like an
Yeah.
event room where they just like they put on comedy and.
But it's great.
The woman that runs it, she's never booked a comedy club, so she doesn't know that you're supposed to like fuck over and exploit the comedian.
Right. She's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So they paid,
Lacey, right?
Yeah, Lacey.
Yeah.
play
Shouts
like a
out to
G.
Lacey.
They paid my flight. It was $1,000 one show, and then you
It
got
ruled.
hotel,
A G to feature.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
$200 like food vouchers.
Yep,
You
they
get
got
Incredible.
vouchers.
free access to the buffet every
It's
night.
a really good deal.
Yeah.
You went with Ari, right?
Yeah, me and Ari.
The problem is that buffet is brutal though.
It is
Like it was so hard to eat anything even semi-healthy.
all the food's segregated by race.
Yeah, Italian is one
Italian,
section. Like Oriental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slant eye.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, that is a good model for a buffet if the food is good. Because when I was in high school, we used to get stoned and then go to the strip and then hit up buffets. Like the Rio had the around the world carnival buffet.
That does sound
and
pretty
literally, you just from station to station, it was all like the best fucking.
But this shit sucked.
Well,
this
you
shit
heard
was
it here
like,
first. Adam is an avowed racist that believes
The around the world carnival
that
buffet.
fusion cuisine is the miscegenation of eating.
I don't want any
said that.
fusion. I want them separate but equal.
dude,
okay?
this shit was hilarious. It was like the Asian section was like spaghetti with teriyaki
Yeah,
sauce.
well,
It
fuck
was
that.
like
Yeah,
fucking.
No, it was
yeah.
such fucking bad food, dude.
horrible.
I'm
I really
like-
I think they
I felt
just-
sick.
I think they made fake crab shells and then stuffed it with tuna fish and mayonnaise.
Ew.
I think so too.
It was like that fucking bad.
Yeah.
They had frog legs though for some reason. They had a
Yeah.
bunch of fried frog legs.
Oh, there was so much shit you couldn't fuck with. And then the dessert station in the middle was like way oversized.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like, why do you have 900 different cookies?
Yes. A lot of puddings,
Yeah.
cakes. The salad bar was literally like just fucking
Yeah.
4 plates
I was
with
sitting-
wilted ass lettuce.
I was sitting eating dinner by myself, and there was this couple next to me, and like the guy, struck up some conversation with me. The guy's like, "Man, I'll tell you, I love this place.
yeah.
Good
coming
food,
here."
good times." It's like, yeah, there's just nothing else in your town.
Right. No, it was sad, dude. A casino is sad as shit.
Yeah.
It's like just fucking people spending their disability checks,
Oh,
gambling
dude, in
and shit.
Vegas, you hear the saddest stories ever about like people
Smoking
going to
indoors.
retire there
Yeah.
and then
Somebody's
losing
like-
their
somebody's like-
entire
Somebody's
life
telling
savings
Adam in
a week.
Vegas, they're like, "Yeah, my husband was killed, and we got settlement money from the air conditioner." And Adam's like, "Oh yeah, one time, me and my dad, we went to go buy shoot," and then immediately just talks over their story.
I wouldn't.
There's some dumb anecdote about.
I'm not
and
telling an
then,
anecdote.
And then we met Matthew Lesko at the mall, and I was like, "Sick."
the money guy,
The question mark guy.
the Riddler,
I did think he was the Riddler when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Matthew Lesko.
Yeah.
But it's sad as shit, dude. Casinos are sad.
Oh yeah, like old people like wheeling around their oxygen tanks as someone's like busting like a black and mild next to them
Yep.
at a fucking slot machine. Yeah, it's a
Fuck,
big
yeah.
bummer.
But you could win a lot of money.
That's why I can't gamble.
Mike
Actually,
Androsky, dude.
That's crazy.
I know.
$1 million or whatever the fuck.
That's so funny.
I
What if
believe-
What if we start gambling all the Patreon money?
That's what I'm saying. No, we're not gambling. We're gonna put it into Quan.
Here's an idea.
Here's that every month we take
Yeah.
the whole check black on roulette.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we're gonna win at some point.
That's true.
right.
Yeah,
Statistically,
that's true.
now sure there will be months and months where we make where we lose it all.
Yeah.
But that 1 month, baby, that's
Yeah,
gonna be a
yeah.
sweet ass month.
And we
dude.
say
Um,
always bet on black, like Wesley Snipes.
Mhm.
Yeah. I talked to Norman, and he's like, I really hope you're putting you're maxing out an IRA every month, with the Patreon money. And I'm like, yeah,
Sounds gay.
who do you think you're talking to?
The IRA.
IRA, suck my
Yeah.
nuts,
What am I
dude.
fucking?
Right.
Fuck that shit. I haven't saved a goddamn dime.
Yeah, of course not. I'm never gonna.
I've just
Like
been-
what? Like you really think that this is gonna end at some point? You know? Like that this isn't a show that will last forever.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like
Like,
Stern, baby.
I
This
know.
is
Oh,
lasting
yeah.
40
The
years.
chemistry that we have.
Yep.
The
Undeniable.
brilliant insight, King Lear is a book about some.
That's bad.
These are the kind of critiques people come to listen to. And that's,
Oh yes.
you can't put a price on it.
Oh yes, brother.
Except you can, and the price is $25,000.
Oh, by the way, if you're listening to your first Patreon episode this week,
Yeah, because we
Welcome.
forgot to mention the page.
We've
We
never
mentioned-
plugged it actually.
we've never plugged
except
it.
for the first
no, we
week.
did in like December.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
haven't plugged it in a year. I was at a party last night, and there's
You sucked off a guy in the bathroom.
well, kind of.
I
There's this
sucked on
guy.
a man's dick.
sucked on a man's
There's this guy, and he's like, yeah, what kind of loser has to makes a living on Patreon? And I was
Really?
like,
Did you go off?
I'll see myself.
I
out.
would have fucking enjoyed that.
I'll
shit,
see myself out.
Who said that?
Who
at
was
at
that?
the
It
It was
party?
one of the I called it a gay guy party, and my girlfriend was like,
Yeah.
Adam, there were 3 gay guys there. I was like, it was
That's it.
basically
That
like
crosses the one
Yeah.
gay threshold.
That's right.
into gay
Yep.
guys
It's like the
party.
one drop
I was
rule.
like, that's like a
if
fucking,
there's ever been one drop of cum,
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
those
like a
guys
tongue.
sync up.
all their periods sync up. Yeah.
They're coming out of their ass at the same time.
I like those guys, dude. They talk shit about everything. They're like comics.
Is
you know?
that the gay guy? So a gay guy was making fun of you?
No, like someone made a joke about Patreon. He's like, what kind of loser lives off of that?
Oh, dude, I would have
but
gone off.
the fact is
To be
that
clear, I live off all the money I made from TV writing.
but the fact is
the
like,
Patreon money just goes to you guys.
I ain't spent one rap dollar.
I've been putting it in a trust fund,
Trust fund for when we turn
Thanks,
18.
dude.
in a college fund.
Thanks, Father.
So you can finally go to college.
Nick's gonna
I
kill
do have to
himself, and we're gonna
graduate
get
college.
like a DVD in the mail. It's gonna be you in like a library. You're like,
If
We have to
you're-
fight each
stop.
other.
If you're watching this, you're already gay. And I have lost that fight to the death with the ape that I set up. Yes. Yeah, my cousin killed himself. They're like, what happened? He got an ape.
He made it wear boxing
Yeah, man,
gloves.
He pissed the ape off until it killed him.
I really like this theme of humans fighting
He's just-
animals that we've had
It's just
recently.
death by ape.
Yeah. Adam's dad's like,
My dad-
if he's dead, I guess he can't fuck the ape. I guess I have to suck the ape
When
off.
Trayvon Martin happened, my stepmom was just
Oh,
going,
no.
"Mhm, yep, suicide by cop." And it's
Oh,
like, yeah,
no.
he wasn't a cop. So,
No, it was just a guy on the
Yeah.
street.
so also, I don't think Trayvon Martin wanted to kill himself.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Suicide by cop.
The 2 stepmom stories you've told on this episode are hilarious. Oh, yeah, your dad died.
Oh, right. That funeral that we were just saying.
Oh fuck! No, she's great. I don't want to shit on her.
I want to shit on her. Fuck her, fucking bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfair to isolate
Of course.
a couple of bad takes
Yeah.
from the catalog.
Right,
you know,
right.
When there's been other ones that are very funny that
my
are
f-
meant to be funny.
My favorite bad take of my dad was he was like sort of coming around on gay people, and there's like, look, fine, they want to get married, but they gotta have kids too. I was just like, he's like, they're gonna make him gay. I was like, Dad, come. You like, is it better to be a kid with no parents or gay parents? And he was like,
Yeah. There's
guess that's right.
that video of who's the guy that wrote Milk? Dustin Lance Black.
yeah.
He gets
Jack Black's brother.
No, he gets roped into that Bryan Singer boy touching thing sometimes.
Just because he wrote Milk?
I don't know. I think people he's went to those parties or something, but there's soft.
But he was there for the dancing.
There's soft implications that he's involved or whatever. But there's a video where
Oh, I heard they were very hard.
Yeah, where he's talking about how gay people make better parents because they always decide to have the kid. Because they have to get it. And I thought that was a good point. And then I saw that Bryan Singer thing.
Yeah.
And then his name came up. I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah. They decide to have the kid to fuck it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just saying, I don't want to piss anybody off.
Sure, of course.
But
it's
not, I mean,
you hate doing that.
take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
Mhm.
Maybe every gay couple are just trying to be pedophiles with the child that they're adopting.
So you're agreeing with that. You're literally just agreeing with
All I'm saying.
That's exactly what
All I'm saying is there should just at least be a box that they have to check on the form that says, I agree that I am not a pedophile.
Yep. So legally,
Make
Yeah.
them
because
check
then
the
it's
box.
illegal.
Because then it's
Because
illegal.
they've lied on a
Right.
form.
Yeah. And then, you know what? Then they're not allowed to use their precious post office
Yeah,
anymore.
oh yeah.
Which I'm assuming is why the post office has been treating me
'Cause
so
the gay
unkindly,
people with
is
all their
because of all my
packages.
homophobia.
Yes, that's right. They can tell.
Yeah.
I'm sucking a man's dick. Fuck. I was laughing about saying we're gonna need a gayer dick.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like a really gay ass, you know?
The cover of the movie is like a guy with a huge mouth and
Yeah.
coming up to suck a dick.
Oh fuck.
We're gonna need a gay.
We're gonna need a gayer dick or ass or I don't remember.
Yeah.
Man, the Megabus is lonely, boys.
Yeah. How about they remake Jaws, but they get the boat and then there's just out in the foggy ocean somewhere, just striking at random. It's Dan Ninen on a little dinghy going around telling his jokes to people. Yeah. And they have to find and kill Dan.
That'd be fun.
There's an old sea captain that's like, I saw him once.
And it's called, What Race Is This Guy? He's half Indian, half Japanese, Chief. You can tell that. You can tell because he buys his sushi at 7-Eleven.
That's the trap. There's like a sign.
The thing about a half Indian, half Japanese is he's got lifeless eyes. Slanty eyes. Like a doll's eyes.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm hungry. I can't wait to go to Racine's party and eat
Yeah,
pasta.
Mike Racine's doing a little party. I got to make some spinach dip before. I'm not
I
going
don't
over
think
there
it's a
clean.
potluck.
Yeah, they asked us
He
not
did
to bring
not-
food.
First
he
of
did
all,
not say it
They
was a
said bring
potluck.
drinks, if anything.
First of all, Adam, we all know your policy towards wedding gifts if you have to pay for a flight.
This was only when I
forgot about that.
This is
That was wild.
This is only when I didn't have money. Now I give a wedding gift when I couldn't afford it, and
then you don't go to the wedding. Then you just don't go to the wedding.
If I was going to a wedding and I couldn't really
Then you
afford
don't
even going to
go.
the wedding out of town, no, I wouldn't give.
You put on your
a
little
gift.
fucking
And I
suit.
think that-
You eat that free fucking meal, and then you just don't go, motherfucker. You send
Whatever.
$50 as a card. Say, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I'm broke.
Yeah.
You don't fucking eat their food and don't give them shit.
Yeah, but like some people take that wedding shit seriously. I would love to not go to
Yeah.
weddings.
What do you mean? They take it seriously and expect you to
I don't want to
fucking
go to
take part
fucking
in it.
St. Louis to go to a wedding, you know?
Whatever,
Why,
man.
dude? You're like the biggest Nelly fan in the world.
Yeah.
You always are talking about Nelly.
I love the St.
I went to
Lunatics.
the
Murphy
Arch.
Lee.
Country Grammar.
Shouts out Murphy Lee.
What a
R.I.P.
stupid name, Country
Country
Grammar.
Grammar.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's smart.
I think it's stupid. I think you're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should wear a Band-Aid on your dick.
That's right.
Because
Nick's
it's
having a little
broken.
bit of a King Lear moment right now.
It's broken by being small.
I think someone made that joke at a roast once when Nelly was on the dais.
What?
They
What?
were like, Nelly wears a Band-Aid on his face, and he says it's a tribute to his brother in jail. Why doesn't he just wear a Band-Aid on his ass?
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
it
His
was
funny.
pretty good.
asshole. That's a
It's
funny
a different
joke.
joke.
Yeah.
It's a better joke. than
Yeah,
the
it's
one
an
I
actual
said.
good joke.
Yeah,
But don't
yeah.
imply that I stole a joke from
Yeah.
one of the roasts, which I've never actually watched.
You never watch a single roast?
Nah, I
watched-
have no interest.
I've seen
Really?
like,
The old
Norm's-
ones before they were huge. Like just watch the Geraldo compilations,
Geraldo
man.
is the best one.
Shit is so
Yeah.
good.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Salute, Big
to,
Greg.
to one of the greats.
Yeah.
Died at fucking Stress Factory, dude. Could you
That
imagine?
Did
sucks.
you see Geraldo raped Bette Midler?
What?
See that video?
Geraldo Rivera,
Yeah,
What other Geraldo,
I don't know.
Adam?
something like that.
Greg Geraldo,
Yeah, Greg Geraldo.
Greg
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 Geraldo.
Greg Geraldo.
My dad used to complain about having to work with a guy who was from Nicaragua
Oh,
because the guy would
yes.
say he's always like, I'm from Nicaragua. He's like, say the damn letters. He goes,
Say it
Nicaragua. Yeah.
No, not today.
Yeah.
My dad used to hire a guy who didn't speak any English or Greek, and he only spoke Spanish. And it's like, you don't speak Spanish. He doesn't speak any. It was the funniest shit on earth, dude.
Yeah.
My dad was trying to just fucking learn Spanish. He didn't even know English. And then the guy got deported.
That's hilarious. That would make a good movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of
It's like a
Spanish.
weird romance between your father and some Hispanic man where he's trying to learn Spanish.
And they start
for his
fucking.
subordinate. Yeah. That's
They
the next
teach
P.T.
each other
Anderson
how to
movie.
love, and they teach each other how to
A very anxious movie about an old Greek man and you keep thinking there's going to be a murder that happens and then nothing happens.
You know what
It's
the
just
next
about-
one is?
Yeah, that Daniel Day-Lewis thing about
As a
a
dressmaker.
dressmaker. Yeah, which
What?
is Adam's dream actually.
He quit acting.
Adam wants to make
He's
and
so
wear
method
dresses and
that he learned how to make dresses, and then he's like, I'm quitting acting to become a dressmaker.
Mm. Interesting.
That's how method I am.
That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm going to get a role as a male prostitute.
Is that why
Adam's-
you've been?
Adam's,
Are you in a
Adam's
movie to be
acting
gay?
name is Daniel Gay Pube Kiss. He likes to kiss men's pubes until they come. He just smooches the
That's so romantic. to think
smooches
about
the
it.
yeah. He sucks on the pubes until a man comes down his shirt.
Does that work, Adam? Do you
Is that-
find guys that come off pube
You don't
sucking?
suck on the
Adam's like, I
pubes.
wish I could grow these.
I have them now.
No, you don't.
For yes,
You never learned how to grow
I have
pubes.
them now.
You have grafts.
I did get them
Oh,
late.
yeah.
You have pube grafts.
Yeah, I got
He
it
stole
from
part of
my head.
Stav's wig.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm into it, dude. God damn, I can't wait, dude. Gold chains and
Oh.
You
wigs.
should get a dreadlock.
Oh,
wig.
oh,
That
oh.
would
No,
be
no,
cool.
no.
We got to do our review of The Problem with the Poo.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
I
Let's
hope
do
you guys
that.
all watched it.
Of course.
Shots fired.
So you guys watched it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got to do this review.
Yeah.
People have been asking for it, and I said we were going to do it.
Well,
And we definitely all
Yeah,
watched
we
it.
all watched
we all
it.
watched it.
I
And
mean, I know I did. We
I
said
did
we were going to
too.
watch it separately, so I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys, but I know
Mhm.
I watched
First
it.
of
I
all,
also watched it.
Yeah.
My first take, just because Harry Condobaloo is brown doesn't mean he can say the N-word the entire movie.
Yeah.
I don't think that's cool.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not my place to judge as a white man who can and can't say the N-word, but it was weird that there was like 35 minutes of Maggie getting fucked,
Yeah, that was strange.
and I didn't understand that part.
Yeah, I don't even understand what that had to do with the poo.
She was, Apu was fucking her in the
I didn't-
mouth.
I
She was
didn't
getting
agree-
fucked by the bumblebee
I
guy.
didn't agree with
Yeah.
where they redid the whole show, but they colored all the characters in brown.
Yep.
You know, and this they said this is what The Simpsons should be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Homer should be an Indian.
And they all were like,
Also.
Marge, I do not. Marge, I had a tough time at the power plant.
Also, I think Harry Condobaloo was wrong.
Stop saying it that way. You know it's Kondabolu.
That's what I just said.
I call him kind of bullshit. You know. what I mean?
Uh-oh.
Harry Condoboloo was wrong to say that all the Simpsons characters that were yellow were Asian. I think that they were just Caucasian.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
That's fucked up of him to make that inference because
Mhm.
I don't think Matt Groening.
I thought it was messed up for him to interview Bobby Jindal and suck his dick on camera.
Yeah. And Dinesh D'Souza.
Yeah. And Nikki Haley. They
And
got
Nikki
the-
Haley.
that you
and-
forget
the
is half.
triumvirate of-
Yeah, yeah.
And that
bad
FCC guy
Indians.
that's doing the Harlem
Ajit
Shake.
Paj,
Ajit
Yeah,
Pai.
that guy is hilarious.
That guy
dude.
is the devil. He
Yeah.
is Satan.
What a fucking dildo.
Also,
We can't talk about him anymore. We're gonna get net neutraled.
Uh-oh.
yep.
Again,
Also, I
net
thought it was
neuterous.
pretty fucked up that he said that the Bumblebee Man character was funny because that's also fucked up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, why is that allowed, you know?
that's a take that you've taken from the internet. That part. You're just doing.
Probably.
Yeah, everyone's made the Bumblebee Man thing. So.
Well, there are other racial stereotypes on The Simpsons.
Sure, but just
Mhm.
don't take the one that everyone's already.
Who did that?
Literally everybody.
No.
Yeah.
Every
You know the
single
answer.
person.
The thing is, you asked the question, but you know exactly. You even know the Twitter handles.
Well,
probably.
all my other takes are not on the internet, so I think
Wrong.
I've given you 4 or 5 good
Wrong,
ones.
you gay motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Asian thing was funny.
My sexuality has nothing to do with my takes.
I didn't. I know. I didn't say it. It was the lie detector.
Actually, gay guys have the best takes.
Ugh. What a pandering piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm pandering to all of the gay
To
guys
all gay
listening.
guys because you're trying to get your dick sucked by men,
It's true.
which isn't. There's nothing wrong with that.
Where does that movie end up? Even. I mean, I watched it. So
I watched it,
I'm
too.
asking you guys.
Where does
Yeah.
it end up?
Yeah, like what's the whole? He just interviews a bunch of rich Indian millionaires that are like, yeah, I got made fun of one time in my life because of a poo, and then it's like, well, that's it, folks. Thanks for all the money you gave us. So we
It
could
ends-
complain
yeah.
about it.
It ends with Matt Groening begging for forgiveness.
Yeah.
It's
Matt
offensive.
Groening, I don't think came up with a poo.
Hank Azaria begs for forgiveness. Then
I don't know what Matt Groening's involvement in The Simpsons
Yeah.
was after just drawing them the first time.
that's hilarious. He gets to be known as the like guy. But wasn't there some guy that died of cancer or something that was really the guy or some shit?
I don't think George Meyer is dead, but George Meyer is probably the most influential, or like probably the. If
Who?
you want to pinpoint responsibility on somebody for like making The Simpsons what it is, it's probably George Meyer.
What
Yeah.
was James L. Brooks? He was just a producer,
I don't know.
Yeah, and he also had sex with your ass.
or come on, come on.
He
You
was
don't have
also
to-
your boyfriend.
All right,
James L.
fine.
Cooks
Yeah,
your ass.
The-
James
the
really
L.
L-
hot.
Cooks.
the L stands for loves Adam's ass.
That's more than one word.
No, it isn't.
I did.
That's L.
That's a Dutch
I
name.
said it stood for. I didn't say it was one word.
No, it is one word. It's a
If it
Dutch name.
stands for something, it should be
It's
like
James Lou Adams ass.
It's actually a Nigerian name where
Mm.
it's just a bunch of words. Nigerian people
You
like
shut
doing
the
that.
freak up right now.
They have to. They like having sentences as names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also love college. I feel like Nigerians are the most in college motherfuckers I've
Good
ever
luck,
seen in my
Jonathan.
life.
Asher Roth, two of the most famous Nigerians.
Shouts out to Asher Roth, dude.
I love college. We got drunk and raped a girl. That's like you couldn't get away with that song.
Yeah, listen to it now. I'm putting Xanax in the punch.
Yeah.
I don't think they
She's
think that.
only 12 years old.
I
Her
love
older
college.
sister brought her here. I love college.
I GHB myself before a party,
Mhm.
so I lose all plausible deniability.
You give yourself the date rape drug when you know
date
you're gonna rape.
yourself. I told you right.
Is that your method?
Yeah, I told you right that guy once was like, yeah, I was on vacation with my friends and we were on E and D the whole time, and I was like, what's D? And he's like, the
Dick.
date rape drug. They were all like GHBing
That's wild.
themselves.
Why?
It was like a crew of gay guys that went to Greece, and they were
Nice.
they were date raping themselves.
You know, I've been reading. Speaking of gay guys, I was reading I'm reading The Bronx is Burning. I'm reading a book, and when there was the big blackout in
Yeah.
Mm.
'77,
The Bronx is Burning.
It's by J.K. Rowling.
Subtitle, but the breakfast.
that's my take. That's my little spin on it. But when there was a blackout in the gay neighborhood, I don't remember which part.
Yeah.
There was an outdoor.
The Bronx.
No, in New York, in
No,
the
it's-
Manhattan.
It's the brunch. 'Cause it's brunch with an X is the gay neighborhood.
part of
Good.
the Bronx.
I don't know. Sorry, I didn't go for that one first. That would be a much
No,
better joke
sorry,
than-
man.
It was
Don't worry
strong
about it. Don't
joke.
beat yourself
Lisp.
up, man.
That's
Um,
I'm mad about that. I did a lisp joke.
Hey,
because
man.
it's you shouldn't do.
Throwing shit against the
Straight
wall,
people
baby.
could have lisps. It's true.
No.
Well, it's also
Mike Tyson
it's
has
also
one.
the laziest way to make
Yeah.
a gay joke.
And that's not what we're about.
Yeah, we do intellectual
Yeah.
stuff. No, I'm saying it's.
I know what you mean.
There's a difference because you can ironically call something gay
Yes.
when you don't mean that in the bad
That
way.
it's actually, yeah.
But you do. You mean it's bad.
Sure, I mean, it's
But
bad.
yeah, of course it's bad.
Everyone knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, but then once you cross into trying to do joke territory,
Yes.
you got to be pulling out the big guns. You know
I
what I'm saying?
agree.
Bombs.
Like brunch.
Yeah. there's a no man's land in the middle that's
Uh-huh.
for people lower.
What about Blowman's Land?
Blow
where you're
Man's Land.
blowing. That's where Adam lives.
That's a hot gun.
Yeah.
But But yeah, the gay guys, when the power went out, just had an outdoor orgy. They just all started sucking and fucking for like a city block.
That's sick.
That's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
If you're gay and you love fucking and it's nighttime and there's no lights, it's a good time, boy. That's a party.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, in Bushwick and Bed-Stuy, they were, they were fucking rioted. It was not cool. It really fucked the city up.
It was like yeah.
Yeah. I've been reading books, guys. I'm smart now.
Yeah, it sounds like you really have a huge grasp on what happened during the what is it?
The blackout.
1977.
77
Yeah.
blackout.
Was that also Summer of Sam?
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
hmm Nick said it before me, but I knew it more than he did because I'm reading it.
I was
right
asking
now.
you actually. I was not asking Nick, but he jumped.
Everyone is always asking me. So
I was asking stuff.
don't make the mistake of thinking your questions will not be received and answered.
Is that
by me.
movie good? The Spike Lee Summer of Sam movie?
Which Summer of Sam movie?
Inside Man.
It's
She's
called
gotta
Summer of
have it.
Sam.
Yeah.
Every time I see that poster, I say to myself, "Yeah, have what? Sex?"
She's got to have
And
it.
then I imagine myself pulling out my dick and masturbating on the poster. Which you can do because it's New York. You know?
That's true. There's no public masturbation
Yeah,
laws.
that's you
That's
know,
why Louis got in trouble. He did
that's
it
the
in
original
private.
opening of Breakfast at Tiffany's. She's walking past Saks Fifth Avenue and looking in the mirror, just furiously, going to town on her pussy,
Rubbing her fucking little
And
clitoroon.
she's squirting, which is just piss.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Squirt is piss.
Squirt is piss. And if you disagree with that, you should be put in jail.
I knew someone who squirted so much she just had rubber sheets,
Yeah.
which
So-
seems
What?
uncomfortable.
You know a girl that had
Stop.
rubber sheets?
Fucked a retarded girl.
Yep. Mhm.
Stop. This
Yeah.
who?
Uh-oh,
no,
I'm squirting.
It's a friend's ex.
I drank too much juice
That's
and I'm
not true.
squirting
You
again.
think the person is lying to
I
me.
think the person's.
You're
lying.
funny. You make me laugh so hard I squirted.
Yeah, is she wearing like a bib and like?
Yeah,
hanging
she
out
was
of, like,
wearing.
a rubber.
Yeah, she was
sheet?
squirting. That's why she had diapers
Oh,
on all
yeah.
the time.
She had a propeller beanie because of the squirting.
The mouth guard.
She was squirting out of all the holes.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, her
yeah.
asshole.
All of her fingers were the same length because she was so good at squirting. She had a very thick tongue. She
Do
had
they have thick
eyes like a
tongues?
Chinaman. Yeah.
Really?
I know all this. Into.
Wait,
I know.
retards have thick tongues.
They got thick tongues. That's why they sound like that.
Oh, what the
retarded.
fuck?
Yeah. They make your tongue big.
Whoa.
tongue big in your mouth and that's how they talk.
I didn't even realize that.
That's what they
That makes
talk
so
like
much sense.
That's what you got me.
Can you taste things more vibrantly if you have a thick tongue?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why they
yeah.
love candy.
Oh
like
shit, dude!
Yeah, all comes together.
It's really
And that
dude.
Zav,
is-
how big is your tongue? I
It's
guess
not
you
that-
don't have a speech impediment.
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
maybe your tongue's big and that's why you like to eat a lot.
That was that
don't
episode of
think
the Nick where they find one of them and cut him open and they get to the bottom of
What makes you retarded?
That's right. That is right.
They have fingers that are the same size too.
Yeah, they're all the same length.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
Actually, I don't even know if that was true.
Oh, okay. Damn. Do they have long pinkies or short middle fingers? That's a real question.
Well, it's all thumbs. It's 5 thumbs.
Oh
Five
shit!
thumbs. Five
so they're
opposable
good as
thumbs.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They're evolved, dude. They
Right.
can
Yeah.
climb really good.
climb.
That's why they're the best at movie reviews, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What do you give this one? 10 thumbs up. I love it.
It's good, dude.
Yeah, that's
really good.
Yeah,
That's really
they're the
good.
only ones who are allowed a 10-point scale. Ebert and Roper, more like Ebert and Groper.
Yeah. Did he grope?
Probably not. He's dead, right? He got cancer.
No, Roper's the only alive one.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Siskel.
Siskel's the dead one.
Ebert's dead too.
Yeah, of course.
He lost his jaw and then he died.
Yeah.
Did you see that
He was
documentary?
looking fucked up.
I
Yeah.
cried from that.
I did too,
I
actually.
cried,
That was
yeah.
sad. Ebert's black ass wife, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so happy with that
A widow.
family.
I know.
They showed them
was
on
adorable.
vacations, this fat white man
It was
and this
adorable.
like happy black family.
Yeah.
And they loved each other
She was so
much.
cute. You know how bad I want a fucking
Chaz.
fat. You know how much I want a fat American stepdad. That's what my dad really robbed me of. If he left my life, I could have like a supportive fat white
Yeah,
stepdad
just Bill.
who Doug or Bill or
now
something.
you can be a fat, supportive stepdad.
I don't want to be that.
You're
No
gonna,
one
you're
likes
gonna
their
stop. You're definitely
stepdad,
gonna end
though.
up with a woman that already has a kid.
I don't think so.
Probably some little piece of shit kid.
If I do it, I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
name's Tattoo. You know,
I like
the midget
playing
from
with
the midget
nails.
from Fantasy Island or whatever the fuck. What's that shit called?
oh, Dr. Moreau.
No.
From is it Fantasy Island? The
Tattoo.
Love Boat?
Yeah, it's the Love Boat.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would fucking adopt a child from
Fantasy
a different marriage. You know,
Factory?
I have a big loving heart. I'm open. I'm ready to give.
Yeah.
But I'm very far away from that. But I would love one of those. You know,
I'm
someone
probably
to
gonna
hug
get
me and
married.
tell me he
I'm
believes
probably
in
gonna
me.
get married in the next year, probably.
I hope you do,
It's gonna be
man.
funny. In 3 years, when Stav has a stepson and you're married and I'm trans.
That's a bit.
Yeah. And I'm trans but still closeted.
Okay.
I'm not fucking gay, dude. I'm just a woman. I'm just a woman now. So. One step at a time.
Race to
you
get married, you know?
know? Mhm.
The last one of us that doesn't get married
Oh yeah.
is
What's
gonna have to transition.
okay?
Yeah,
So it will be Nick probably.
probably.
Yeah.
Adam, you're gonna go first.
It's no, Nick might go first, just on some like weird shit.
Want some legal shit?
What? Yes, I'm like getting
I found out you can go to jail for a
getting
long ass time
Latvian citizenship.
if you
Mhm.
green card marry someone and then they find out that
My
you're
buddy did that. I'm not gonna say who it is, but you know him. He did.
Oh,
He's like
shit.
married.
Tell us off air.
No, I'll just tell you on air. I just won't say his name.
Okay.
But he married like a Chinese woman, and like we were hanging out one time. He's like, I gotta go see my wife. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I married this mainland Chinese woman for $25,000.
Holy
Yeah, man.
shit!
He's like 10
You-
years ago, and he's like, I haven't even gotten all the money yet. He's like, it's a huge pain in the ass. I had to go to court a bunch of times because they like investigate the shit out of you.
Oh my god.
yeah, they like
Did he get away with
investigate you
it?
and then they'll be
Yeah.
like they'll ask both people like independently what
'Cause you
side of the
can't-
bed do you sleep on,
Right.
like what they try to catch you.
Really?
And then if you get caught, you can go to jail and shit.
But like, you can't
Damn.
prove
Fraud,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't prove that two people don't love
fuck.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if they don't
Well, you
fuck,
gotta
you can have a
send a
loveless
sex
marriage.
tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say, even if you said, "Yo, we're married." Yeah, we don't sleep in the same bed. Yeah, we don't cohabitate. We think that's like how a successful marriage works. You know,
Why
Yeah.
can't you do that?
you can
Why doesn't
Makes
everyone
sense.
do that then? That makes a lot of sense.
because people aren't comfortable lying to federal agents. like,
You
know,
didn't see
going
that
through
movie Chuck
process.
and Larry where they like Kevin James and Adam Sandler have to fuck each other
Yeah. In the court. That's the.
in the court.
That's how it ends.
Yeah, and everyone gives them a standing
Yeah.
ovation.
If you don't fuck each other, we're gonna take your kids away. And it's like, I love my kids so much.
Don't take
Blah, blah,
my
blah, blah,
kids away.
And then he just.
Well, our movie recommendation this week, by the way, is "I Love You, Philip Morris." If you haven't seen it, I just remember
It's a good movie.
Jim
That's a great
Carrey. Is
movie.
that Jim
Yeah,
Carrey?
it's Jim
And,
Carrey.
what's his
Which
name?
Ewan
is-
McGregor.
He,
Ewan
he
McGregor,
has
yeah.
so few good movies, but the ones that he's in, that
He
are
really
good
knocks him out of the
are
park.
great. Eternal Sunshine is like one of the best movies.
Yeah,
Amazing
it
movie.
rules.
I watched Anomalisa, which I hadn't seen.
Did you like it?
No, not really.
I fell
Is that
asleep.
that weird stop motion shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Which
Charlie Kaufman's like,
Everyone, yeah, it looked
a-
good, and then everyone said it was bad.
it's the first
Yeah.
thing he ever directed. Like he's
Oh,
written a
really?
bunch of movies, but he directed it
Interesting.
as well.
yeah. And then Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, I don't particularly like.
I don't really. He wrote it?
Yeah.
I thought he just did punch up on it or something.
I thought the original script was his, and then it was rewritten by somebody else.
Maybe,
something
yeah.
like that.
It's not like purely his movie.
It's not, but it does have like kind of a
I mean,
Kaufman feel
adaptation is amazing.
I don't like adaptation.
You don't
dude.
like it?
to it.
I loved it.
I love adaptation.
You
I'm
know the
too
story
fucking
behind
stupid.
adaptation?
Shit, I don't get what the fuck is even going on.
He was a writer.
What do you mean? What is going on? That one's probably the easiest Kaufman
no,
movie to like
man,
access.
Fuck that shit.
Okay,
No, I mean it's
listen,
pretty
listen.
straightforward.
You know the story behind an adaptation.
That's the one with Nick Cage, right?
He was listen. He was a
Yeah.
writer on the Dana Carvey show
Okay.
with like Louis C.K., Rob Smiley.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like stacked writers room.
Man,
Yes.
you want to tell this story so bad.
I do. It's a good story for the pod,
Go ahead.
and it's an anecdote. I was there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Tell someone else's story.
He wrote a sketch for the show that never aired. Got canceled after one season about Weird Al's twin brother, Weirder Al, who would do
That's pretty funny.
parodies of Weird Al songs.
That's funny.
And then it never aired, and then that idea evolved over years into adaptation.
So what happens in adaptation?
It's
He's got a
Charlie
brother. or
Kaufman is
whatever?
a character in the movie.
Yeah, I don't
and
fuck
he's
with
depressed, and he's adapting a New Yorker story for a screenplay.
it. Right.
and then he
Nick
has
Cage
this-
is playing him.
And then Nick Cage plays his. Well, Nick
Isn't
Cage
Meryl
is playing
Streep
like
in
a
it or
version
something?
of him. Yeah. She's the person that wrote the story.
Oh, right.
yeah. And then about a flower thief.
Yes. Oh
Some
yeah,
guy
the
that, like,
orchids.
goes-
yeah,
steals
yeah.
orchids. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he plays his twin brother, who's
How
not
about a
real
movie
person.
where there's a man named Adam Friedland who moves into a gentrified apartment in Brooklyn.
Yes,
and
yes.
there's a door that he goes through, and the door leads into his own ass. And it doesn't. It's
Okay.
And so he keeps bringing girls over and then
Mm.
fucking them in his own ass.
Interesting.
And then eventually he gets trapped in his own ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie ends.
What's it called?
It's a Charlie Kaufman.
It's called Being Adam.
Charlie and the
Being
Chocolate
Adam.
Factory.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's good stuff.
Thank you.
That's a good way to end the show.
I think that's good.
Well, guys, come see us in DC this fucking Friday.
Fuck, we should have plugged it.
Oh shit! Is it Friday?
Yeah.
It's this Friday.
All right.
What? What?
What?
Nothing. I thought it was Thursday.
We have to be there
No,
at
no.
5
It's Friday.
for load-in.
As long it doesn't actually matter what the days are. The dates are the only thing that I have in my head.
The
Okay.
22nd.
Yeah.
This
Well,
Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you there for our big holiday show. All
Get
right.
tickets online. It might sell out.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Bye.
Bye.